Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go over a few of the pieces for the evening. If you want more chairs, you can grab chairs. They're in there. I just ask that you put them back. There's also some nice rolly chairs in Kaminsky, so if you want to grab those, go ahead and do that. We're going to get started. Demo day, it happens on the third Friday of every month. The Startup Mix and Pitch event happens on the fourth Friday of every month. We did that for scheduling ease. If you're trying to actually demo a thing and you want to showcase it, next week is not your opportunity to do so. This week is going to be your opportunity to do so, or the third week in April, okay? We'll be hosting it again. So what is Hacker Dojo? Hacker Dojo is a 501c3 nonprofit. My name is Chi Diaz. I'm one of the directors here, and I welcome you all here. I just want to say thank you all for being here. You all are doing something really amazing, and I don't even know if you're aware of it. You're coming together on a Friday night and spending time to build solutions to our world's problems. So I just want to say thank you all, and can you all just give yourselves a round of applause? Yeah. All right, now show yourself some real love and give yourselves a round of applause, please. Go ahead. You too, Jacob. You too. There you go. Thank you so much. All right, so we are a co-working space, an event venue, a social living room. This is where ideas come to collide. We were created in 2009. We've been in the South Bay for a long time. Some really cool companies like Pinterest came out of here, Pebble Watch, a bunch of companies have come out of here using our unique I guess Silicon Valley vibe, if you will, and our ability to help people get into a state of flow organically and build and really encourage each other to grow. Okay, so if you're looking for a cool place to be and meet founders, engineers, artists, and the like, this is the place for you. Again, we're open 24/7, 365. If you're creating a startup or if you're just a student, you're looking for a place to study when the library is closed. Sam, isn't this a great place to be? Sam is a student, and he's really cool. And he's here all the time studying. So watch out for Sam. So this is our demos day, right? We're going to showcase some people who have actual working demos. It's okay if you just spun it up using Claude or Grok or whatever. I'm not going to judge you, but it is, like I was telling you, $25 a minute with a minimum 3 minutes, unless you're a member. If you're a member or you won the pitch competition, then you can get up on this stage for free. All right, so we're here to demo. We're here to learn. We're here to connect. Real community, real connection, real innovation. So it's really easy. I'm just going to invite 5 different builders up here. They're going to demo. We're going to have a chance for about 2 minutes of questions from everybody. You can ask questions. You can ask, like, hey, do you want some feedback? If they want feedback from you, go ahead and let them know why you would be a user. After that, I'm going to ask everybody to raise their hand if they would want to be an early adopter. If you want to be an early adopter, you raise your hand. If you wouldn't, keep your hand down, and we'll calculate the percentage there. If you win tonight out of the 5 demos that are going to happen, you will be invited to one of our VC or angel corners if that's interesting to you. And if not, you get bragging rights, right? Afterward, so you'll get some real feedback. Afterward, you will then make connections. So we'll be here hanging out. You can hang out at the front, hang out outside, hang out over here. We got a bunch of games. You can pop one of those open. Have a good time. All right. Here's the agenda. That's the welcome, and we will start with the demo presentations right about now. All right. So who do we have up first? With an amazing product, Karon, if you want to come on up. And he has Whistle, right? All right. And then do you want to come around here? Sorry, the HDMI cord's a little short. And then I want to make sure you're ready to go here. Is this Chrome? Yes. Okay. You good? Yes. Can you talk into the mic?
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
No, that's not working. Let me switch you up.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Right. So I'm making foundation models for behavioral intelligence, and this is a demo application for that. Basically, browser.whistle.ai. You come here, you add your name, you click on your location. So the key thing is a lot of metadata capture and how metadata affects everything we do, right? Chat GPTs, Geminis, what do they lack? They lack us. And that's my try on connecting some of us to some of digital interactions we do. Uh, Let me make it. Yeah, I like the white background a bit more. So this is your personality meter. Currently, it's empty. It's a new profile. You basically come here. I'm feeling sad and lonely. Life has been hard. Play some music for me so that I cheer up. Okay, so it got us some music, aware of my behavioral profile. So currently this was the first time we are using it, but otherwise it will build a behavioral profile going over different days, and you play some music, and you can like the music, things like that, things you do on a YouTube, but a little more contextualized to you. Oh, let's give it another try. Uh, I'm giving a demo at a hackathon. Can you draw the picture so that we can get what you are trying to do? So now we got a picture, but if you go to chat GPTs and Geminis, they are not aware of you, your behavioral alignment. And the other key part of it is live assist. So this is a client-facing application. You can set up agenda, what you want to do. For example, these are some of the people are using it for sales calls. Some of the people are using it for a therapist. I don't like to talk about therapists until I have a proven research and study about it. But think about a chat GPT that you can configure, a new kind of chat GPT. So now we are in a live assist session. It will start getting our emotions and things like that. We can go to, let's use a voice mode. Let's go to chat GPT, turn on the voice mode. Ah, maybe it will work. So you can put it on your any digital interaction like this. Uh, Hello, chat GPT. How are you doing today? Well, the voice mode didn't work, the chat GPT didn't talk, but otherwise we could get the chat GPT's emotions and their behavior. The key thing is when you are in a conversation, interpersonal intelligence, your relationships, your sales calls, your lot of other things, you can track what the other person is doing aligned with your understanding of the behaviors. And that's the key takeaway of this behavioral intelligence. And contextualizing all digital interactions with that make it unique and make it aligned. So this is like Notebook LM, which works in streaming. You can also provide documents. You can have some of the standard things. You can set up agenda, provide what kind of instructions you want to provide. All of that at the end of the session, we can go and look at the summaries. Now, the summaries which we get from note takers and stuff, they're not behavioral aware. But here we make it behavioral aware. And in this case, I just see you. There is no other because we couldn't get the chat GPT working. Uh, so yeah, at the end you get this summary, which is a lot more rich, and you can ask more. So you can press, let's say, what was the conversation about? And you can do that using within that, but now it went into your memory and it did all that. And this is your behavioral profile. I'm working with psychotherapy clinics, aging and memory labs to see how they use signal processing for different kind of diagnosis. So this is your data. You can share it with the clinic, uh, and and all of this is also shared as a SDK.
All right, thank you so much for that. So we have some new technology that's really tracking all of my emotions as well as all of my words. Any questions from the audience for Kieran?
Mhm.
Question over there.
So, are you using multimodal data as of now, or you're working only one is or single modality? How the quality is right now?
So we have one model which is basically doing transcription, emotions, uh, entity capture, intent, age, and gender as as one single feed-forward layer, and then there is a audio-visual variant of it, which is not out yet, uh, and which is more in the research cycles. We just wrote a research paper on that, and so it's multi-model. The idea is that LLMs can do free-form generation, but there is a lot of predictive intelligence which don't need free-form generation. That's something we can do it within the streams, and that makes the AI be at a lot more places, a lot more cheaply.
Other questions? Other questions?
So you're dealing directly with the voice and you are analyzing that and figuring out things, or
That's
how
the
exactly?
that's the idea that I understand in between words, and the model doesn't just transcribe for every chunk with the buffer. It's getting you what you speak. It's also getting you that voice biometrics. It's also getting intent of the speaker and
Is
so
that
forth.
what you already have? The reason I'm asking is then you could yell at it and it will know, and you could
Yeah,
work
yes,
on
that's
that.
the thing I was trying to show here.
Okay,
Yes.
that's good.
Yep.
Well, fantastic. And then how much does this cost me as a user?
Uh, well, I'm providing this as a free SDK for now, and it can run on a one CPU thread, and it can run on desktop computers. Yes.
Okay. All right. And then eventually, so it's like a freemium model. Eventually, how much would it cost?
Uh, Eventually, my goal will be to partner with other hardware providers so that it can become native on the uh, devices itself, and eventually later, once grown it into a product, I don't know, 10, 15, $20 per month.
A month? Okay. All right. $20 a month. You can track all of your emotions and play them back. Did you have a question before we end this one?
$20 per user?
Mm, well, it cost me one CPU thread. I haven't decided how much it will cost at the end because there are other elements of data, memory, and all of that. If user chooses to keep that all on their side, then we can go a lot cheaper. Yes.
So, is the product ready to ship?
Uh, the model is ready to ship, but this is still very much of a demo application.
Fantastic. Would you be a user or not? All right, this is the chance. So really quickly, show of hands. How many would want to use a whistle to monitor your emotions? We got one, two. Hold them up high. Hold them up high. Are you a new a doctor? Would you at least try it out for the free month? One, two, three, four. Oh, it's a free month. Yeah, everybody's putting their hands up. All right, one, two, three, four, five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 16
never knew that it could mean so much, so much. You're the fear, I don't care, 'cause I've never been so high. Follow me through the dark, let me take you past the satellites. You can see the world you brought to life, to life.
Hello, everybody. My name is Meghna. Nice to be here. So before I get started on what my idea is, I just wanted to ask you all a question. How many of y'all here read Medium articles, Substacks, articles, any blogs on the internet? Could I get a show of hands? Okay, that's a good number. So how many of y'all can remember what you read after you've read it? Okay, that's still a good number. Okay, so this is a problem that I had personally. I couldn't remember what I like read after I read it, or like it would just be like a mess of ideas in my head somewhere, and I couldn't really be productive about it. Like I couldn't really like do much about it after I've read the articles. So I had this idea to build this app, which is called Revise. So it's basically a Chrome extension that you can switch on, and it has this cute little button here. And what it does is when you're reading any article, like for example this article, you can just decide to save it. And what happens is basically this extension is taking what you read and breaking your article down into concepts or ideas, then which look something like this. And those concepts are then later sent back to you in form of like an email. And this is done through a method called spaced repetition, where you sort of read what you've learned previously in like 1 day or 3 days or 5 days, and then you kind of permanently remember it. So this is like a common revision method. So then all of what you've read is basically sent to you through like an email or through other methods. I'm still developing that feature right now. So you can sort of revise what you've learned and sort of remember what you read previously. So this is my idea. And that's less than 3 minutes, but I'm kind of done. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Fantastic. Questions from the audience? And then just switch out. Here, can you hold this one?
So it's a Chrome extension. It's not there in like the library. You can't download it yet, but yeah, it is like a Chrome extension that you should be able to download from your like Chrome web store or like Chrome extension marketplace.
So it's still running on your PC.
Yeah, it's still running, but I do have something deployed, um, which is like here, and you can sort of run it on your PC as well. It'll like you can like download a folder, and there's like instructions on the deployed site.
How different is it from Notebook LM or other tools which are available now to make it maybe audio visual even?
Yeah. So like this is a pretty crowded space because there are like there are thousands of productivity tools out there. But basically, my main idea was I wanted something that could sort of do the work of scheduling and sending you these basically a personalized, not exactly a tutor, but like a personalized way to revise. Like so you don't really have the headache of tracking your revision days or tracking the information you're supposed to revise. So there are like tools like Notebook LM which helps you break it down and helps you summarize. But yeah, like my market research is also limited, so yeah.
Right, great. Got more questions over here.
Yeah, so So my initial idea was basically if you read this, so this is like a concept. Okay, you're maybe talking about large language models. So maybe this concept you read on Monday, then it would get sent to you on I think Wednesday, and then so far. So basically, I also want to do like a feature where you club the ideas together, have like sort of a knowledge graph or like a graph rag. But yeah, what I'm trying to do right now is basically see, would anybody use this? Is anybody interested in this? Because I do want to build it out, but I just want to figure out if it's worth building, because I thought it was
Yeah.
useful, so I just want to know whether you all find
Meghna,
it
that's my line.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
coming up next.
Sorry
But
about that.
before we get, let's keep going with the questions. And I'm also wondering, does does the Google Notebook, does it have a plugin that already does this?
Notebook LM does not proactively provide the plugin, but there are plugins.
I use spaced repetition for language learning,
Okay.
learning new vocabulary, but it's typically in a flashcard format, front and back. And could this be adapted to that? Maybe you could make a plug into some of the, or something that fits into some of the existing flashcard apps or brings it up.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And an extension of the feature would like have like something like questions, MCQs, or like fill in the blanks to make it more interactive. But I would love to speak to you later to learn about how you learn.
Absolutely great questions. Any other question? You have a question, sir? And then before you, I forgot this, but can you tell us what's your name?
Last name D'Souza.
D'Souza. All right. And your question, sir?
The question is, how many languages it can interpret?
Right now, basically, I think the thing is that I'm just taking all of this information and like breaking it down into tokens, and LLM is doing most of the knowledge work for me. But I think it could support other languages. I'm not sure, but that's like an interesting feature add. I'll keep that in mind. Thank you, sir.
All right, fantastic. If there are no more questions, this is a really fun plugin, Revise. Do you forget the things that you read immediately? I know I do, unless my algorithm reminds me. How many of you, oh, and I have a question for you. How much is this going to cost me?
Haven't really thought of that. How does $5 a month sound?
Can we
Yeah.
do better?
Okay, $10 a month.
All right,
Yeah.
fantastic. Okay, so somewhere between 99 cents and $5. Okay, she's like, oh, you're taking all my profits, Chi.
Okay.
It's impossible. All right, $4.99? 7? All right, let's see. Would you use it at $5? Go ahead and raise your hand. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, would you use it? We got 11 at the asking price. Would you use it at $3? Would you use it at $3? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I think we got like one more. Would you use it at 99 cents? Would you use it at 99 cents? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I love the people who like a bargain. They're like, yes, I was waiting for 99 cents. All right. I think we got a strong 14 there. Can we give her a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen?
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. That's not going to fit in there.
I own that. And I ain't paying my rent this month. I owe that. But fuck who you want and fuck who you like. Dance all life, there's no end in sight. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Now everybody let me hear you say right, right, right. Go spend all your money cause the day pay late. And if you a G, you a G, G, G. My name is a nigga, you can call me Nigga. Get on the floor, floor. Like it's your last chance. If you want more, more. Then here I am. Starships were meant to fly. Hands up and touch the sky. Can't stop 'cause we're so high. Let's do this one more time. Starships were meant to fly. Hands up and touch the sky. Let's do this one last time. Can't stop. We're higher than a mother.
Ladies and gentlemen, with Buju AI, we have Sia. Sia, when you're ready, take it away.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. My name is Sia. A quick show of hands as well. Who here are parents? Doesn't count pet parent. Okay, so Oh, okay. So when you're voting, please imagine you have like kids that are super demanding. That would be very helpful. Yeah. So we're Buju AI. We're trying to build the best conversation system for children. The use case here is clear. When you think about parents, they're like always busy. They're always need to like attend to their kids. Sorry. That are always very, very demanding. If you don't attend to them, they likely will sabotage you. Okay. Yeah, no problem. But parents are always busy too. They need to cook, they need to clean, they have work to do. They sometimes just need some nap, just need like a room to breathe. So in this case, what would they do? TV, iPad, things like that. But all the recent study, or like study even from like 10 years ago, start to show that all the negative impact when kids are glued to their screen for too many hours a day. And there's like literally no need to go into deep into like what kind of damaging it could done to like both the eyes, the cognitive power, and everything. We really don't need to go into detail about the negative impact. And what will happen is that builders and engineers realize that in the age of AI, we could bring some kind of interaction to kids, which are really, really good. However, recent study from Common Sense Media showed that a lot of the AI toy that's supposed to like bring this interaction to kids, they don't even meet the most basic criteria, which is like to have appropriate content, let alone like age appropriateness. They sometimes will make it too addictive, or there's data breach issue, and a lot of like the guardrail will break down too. So about 27% of those toys have the basic issue, let alone the more higher level structures, for example, engagingness. And when we're talking about the top level, that's when I'm really, really passionate and motivated to do, which is to bring really high quality companionship through conversation, a lot of developmental psychology principle baked into the system, and a lot of insight from domain expert, meaning educators. Their insight, their study, the government like instructions, they can all come into the system and make your system as powerful, as engaging, as wonderful of of a companion for your kids, but also to the parents themselves. So here's the demo time. I want you to, it's probably a little bit small, but I hope you can see like this screen. This is a simple example of a conversation. Different things could happen in the conversation. I don't know. I think a story about a fish. Sarah Smith. She works at Google. This is our like house address. That's not good. You don't want your kids to share that, and then the system, like in the AI toy, cannot detect that. The system we're building is multi-layered filtering. It not only keep the guardrail up by have like different level of security check, but also there's something always running in the back end to check, are there sensitive information leaked? Are there like parents' information, anything that any system shouldn't know? In that case, they quickly go to the database, redact the whole thing, and try to find all the logs, remove everything. So these piece of information disappear into ether. So this is some of the things we need to make sure, but also like the conversation style, whether the kids can barge in, these are all very important. And we don't have too much time to go into detail, like how to make it really, really, really the best. For example, some example we can. No.
Oh, yeah.
No, I didn't even go to the meet.
I was really amazing. I think you were just having a conversation with a robot. Can I switch microphones with you really quickly as we ask questions? All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have about 3 minutes for questions. Any questions for Buju AI and for Itsia? Hold on 1 second, Sam.
So as far as like server and gathering this, the technology is going to autonomize what the child's saying, but will that server be wiped or is it going to be collected? How does that shut off?
Great question.
Sorry, the question is whether the server gonna.
It's given all the personal information that goes to a server.
Yeah.
And then how are you going to make sure that that's not harvested?
So right now we're using API, so that's a real risk that all the sensitive information will go to the actual API we're calling. But in that case, the data is bundled up. So you have 1,000 requests going at the same time. And for those data, when they're bundled up, it's not tied to any specific person. So the sensitivity is less than when we have a local system where we know, okay, this is one kid, and this is the mom's information, this is the dad's information, this is where they work. When information bundled together, their personal information sensitivity drop. But in the future, is everything on-premise. That's the goal. We don't have the money. When we have the money, when we build the server ourselves, everything will be local. When everything is local, you can for sure guarantee 100% privacy.
What the age group of kids is the target? Sorry, I missed maybe. Because when I talk about kid speech, the kid speech itself, if you use off-the-shelf APIs from most of the providers, the kid speech in a way where all of these systems, a lot of them will not get it, right? A lot of garble will happen, and there will be a lot of broken words and all of that. How do you handle that, or what's your plan to handle a lot of
We will start from age 5, start from the small range of age 5 to 6, 5 to 7, this narrow range, and broaden it up to higher age group. In terms of how to make sure the kid's speech is well recognized, there will be a lot of like small fine-tune needed, a lot of data understanding. So that part is indeed one of the main bottleneck a lot of the companies are facing, and that is what we're trying really hard to make sure as well. And of course, when you have a very good history building running in the background, your context, your inference capability from like what the kids was talking before is much stronger. And I'm really glad you asked about the age question, because one of the main point I want to mention about the system is that we have good, please, we have good support for age, because when parents log into their parent app, they can see all the developmental milestones attached to specific age. For example, this is 5-year-old. I could pull all the social emotional learning milestones and developmental milestone certified by government institutions to this page, and parents can look at different elements and see, Okay, for my 5-year-old, he or she.
I'm gonna pause you because you're presenting again and not answering the question, Sam. But I love that. Go ahead, Sam.
Is this live? And how much does it cost as of today to use or get onboarded?
The last page is call for connection to get early access. So it's not live, but it's very soon. And the cost will be very tiered. So if parents only want like the conversation capability, we will aim it for the lowest level 9.99, something like that.
All right, fantastic. Other questions for Buju? Yep, one more. And your name is? Lokesh.
Yeah, I just have one question. What model are you using for text to speech? Are you planning to make it more personalized, or it's
I
more
will make it more, yeah.
to
sorry.
sound it more humanized, right?
Yeah. So right now, this is not a secret. One of the like SOTA companies is 11 Lab. So I'm using 11 Lab, but there's a lot of fine tune you can further do on top of 11 Lab to make it more amicable or more cartoon-like. And those things will come after market research. Yeah.
All right. Your name is?
Chris, one last question is like kids are kind of attached to screens right now, so that doesn't kind of solve a problem. But is the end goal to put this in like a piece of hardware, like a book or something, and it can then then you can talk to the book? And
Absolutely. There are different
Okay.
ideas,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
currently it's not locked in.
Yeah.
You could build like just a generic AI toy where there's an AI box inside of the toy, and you talk to the toy, and there's no screen or whatever. But I also want to bring the option that once this is alive as a phone app, any parents can just stuck it in some like toy, and then just have that option without like us designing whatever toy their kids really, really love. Or maybe, yeah, the parents, if they have the resource, they can 3D print something and just put it. Yeah, so we do like favor like when we give parents more option, and then maybe reduce the waste. So I don't know. It's in the decision.
I'm Samir. Quick question. How long have you been working on this and why did you start?
Oh, yeah. So it kind of started like 1 year ago, but I took a long gap in the middle for like personal and health reason, and so intensely working the past couple months. I can definitely say that. Motivation is actually, I'm furious at the existing AI toys, because a lot of the developer, not developer, a lot of people, when they get the funding, they be like, I have this great idea to replace iPad, it's AI toy. They sort of see kids as like a lesser version of an adult. You just make the story cuter, you make the conversation voice a little bit like funnier, and they will like it. But it's a huge missed opportunity. You can bring so much understanding of developmental psychology and educators' insight into the system to really help parents. Because the parents are what we really, really try to help. Because like relaxed, informed parents are the best type of parents for kids. When they have the help from like Buju system and Buju app, I'm sure they will feel like more relaxed when they just hand Buju to their kids rather than throw an iPad to their kid.
Absolutely. Thank you for that. I see more questions. I'll invite you all to meet with Tia afterward. But right now, we get to determine if you were a parent and you had to make dinner or something like that, and you're like, ooh, should I give my kid an iPad so they can watch Peppa Pig again? Or would I rather give them something they can build a conversation with? What would you choose? And what was the price point?
Starting price 9.99.
For only $9.99, you could get this and have some amazing conversations with your kids on the back end. So, who would be an early adopter? Go ahead and raise your hand if you would bring this to your children. Keep them up so I can count, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15. Wow, we have the record for the evening at 22. All right, thank you so much. Go ahead and give me a round of applause, and I'll invite Vivek up to the stage. Very good. Vivek.
Perfect. Yep.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Vivek with Next Over. Up next, here we go.
Great. Thank you. Thank you everyone for coming today. Today I'm going to talk about Nexobird. The problem with the human capital management is this, right? We have multiple fragments of system we need to deal with every day when you go to work, right? So to get your work or to get the information that we need to navigate between different systems. So let's say, for example, your hiring system, your payroll, your learning, your training, and you have your account management, and then you have so many other systems in place, right? So what we are trying to do is we are trying to combine all the systems into one product, actually, one system. So one system, one goal, and one direction, right? So that's our target. And we also, as a company, believe that a sustaining business grows only when the community and the people in the community that grows together. So due to that reason, in our product, we are integrating certain small changes where it's going to help the community, right? So that's about Nexobird. And the reason for starting is this, right? Because the last 8 to 10 years, I've been as a supply quality engineer, and I've been switching jobs between that. So what I noticed was we've been going through a same pattern. Onboarding, you go to your, do your work and get your performance review done, and then at the end, offboarding, right? So all these steps are just repeating the same thing with multiple systems in place. And what I saw is like there are opportunities where you can improve certain things, going an extra mile, right? So, and due to that reason, I found these 6 improvements that can be done, right? So your job posting in multiple platforms, you can have it in a unified place. Your subjective hiring process, you can do it with more quantitative database, right? Your social responsibility crisis. How many of us know that out of 34% of the people who are eligible to donate blood in the United States, only 3% donate blood, right? So we still need blood every day. And almost we need like 30,000 units of blood every day, actually, right? And this is going to scale, right? We need more blood, basically. So we're going to support certain causes on that. And then in terms of subjective performance review, we're going to add some tools that's going to help to improve the performance review, right? The way how you do your performance review, we want to improve that. And then in terms of decreasing hiring engagement, we're going to include some tools where you're going to see certain improvements in your engagement, right? And then employer defrauding employees. And this is based on a federal trade data where in 2020, it was almost $91 million there was economic loss. And in 2024, it was like around $500 million of economic loss just for employer defrauding employee, right? So we want to fix that as well, at least have a tool to fix that. And what we are centered is human capital management and product lifecycle management. This is what we want to target on, right? So human capital management that composed of all the fragments that we talked about. And then your product lifecycle management is more of like your agile system where you go through and do the changes. So one system from recruitment to retirement, everything into one, right? And in terms of penetration wise, what we are seeing is like for HCM software, I'm just trying to penetrate only 1% in the USA and globally 0.25%. And for PLM, which is your product lifecycle management, around 1% in the USA. So this is my target, right? Let me switch it to a quick demo that I have of the website, right? So this is a website I have. And if you see the profile, I'm just going to go with the profile because the home page is just the content that you scroll, right? So let's go with the profile based on the due to the limited time. So as you see, you have a banner picture, you have your profile picture, you have your profile information, and then your emergency blood donation that you enter, right? So this information that you provide is going to be used for a small outreach on getting emergency blood, right? And then you have your organ donation page, you have your 5 minutes video where you can say why you need to be hired in 5 minutes. So this is again going to help your engagement, right? And then you have a professional details. All those details, what you see here, this is not, I didn't enter it. It came from the actual LinkedIn, right? So you have a different where you can actually take those data, directly plug it in here, quick, easy plugin, right? And you have other details here as well, right? Your personal projects that you want to include, it doesn't need to be in just in YouTube. So you can include them here. And in addition to it, you also have a resume where you can upload a resume. You don't need to download it really, but this is only visible to the recruiter, right? So he's going to be only visible to the recruiter, and you can upload it. It's easier for them to review your resume. And what we recommend is like around 6 months, you just try to update your profile. And in addition to it, you have a job search. I have it here. So if you type a job search, this is how it's going to come up, right? So let's say I type in for supply quality engineer. I have the role as well as how much my profile matches with the description and how many miles I have to travel. There are some glitches here that we want to fix. Yeah, so overall, this is what.
All right,
Thank you
so much for that. Vivek, I really appreciate it. This is fantastic. If I could just switch microphones with you, and then we'll start with questions from the audience.
Sure.
Question from the audience for Nexobird and Vivek.
My target user is anyone who's searching for job and anyone is searching for an employee. So both the user as well as the recruiters are my product. Yep.
And then what's your name?
And the employer as well.
My name is Danica. I'm curious who you think would pay for this product. So given that you've mentioned employers defrauding employees as one of the biggest pain points you're trying to solve,
that is right.
It's unlikely that employers will pay for this tool, right?
At least initially, what we want to do is we want to give them the tools to investigate, right? So that's the first step. And that's what we are providing with this. And later on, it's going to improve. But at least the first step, we want to start with giving a tool for investigation. So that's the main target right now.
Fantastic.
And if you talk about who is going to pay for it, an employer is going to pay for it because it's going to have a pack of systems together, right? Your payroll is one of them, your training, your learning. Everything is going to be packed in one system where one place your employee goes, he gets all the information, process it, and learning, everything done in one place.
Thank you for the demo. So my question is, so imagine I'm a user. I'm looking for a job. Why I would enter my blood group or blood details? How that would help me get a job?
Right. So it doesn't, right? It's up to you whether you want to enter it or not, right? But if you enter it, we are going to connect this information with the hospitals nearby. So anytime they need a blood, right, and you're willing to give it, right, you're willing to donate, so they're going to reach out to you in terms of in need, right? So that's the information. So we have all the products, right? But the problem is that there should be some level of philanthropic responsibility, a social responsibility, right? So that's what we are trying to integrate into the product.
There are multiple tools in the space, like LinkedIn has like a lot of already what you are saying. It's just like not one spot, but there are SAP suites which are like emerging to be one spot. How do you compete against them, or like how do you envision that?
Right, we are actually, they are also at a part of the market, right? That's why our penetration is 1%. So even if you look at 1% penetration, right, in the USA and 0.5% globally, we are almost into like $1 billion, right? So that's, our penetration is only 1%. Of course, they have products, but those are still fragmented, right? What we are trying to do is get everything into one place where an employer just need to sign up. And what we do is like we take care of the onboarding, the hiring process to the retirement. So everything in one place. So
SAP still does something very similar to that, for sure.
But SAP
like Concur and lot more tools plugged together in an ecosystem.
Right. So SAP still connects with LinkedIn to get the information and to process it, right? With us, it's going to be everything in one, right? And if you take LinkedIn, right, the cost of having a recruiter profile is much higher, right? What we have is much lower than them. We are actually trying to be as low as possible, right? And give the same level of service that LinkedIn or the SAP or Greenhouse, any one of us, right? they give, right? So we are trying to take a small portion of it. That's what we are trying to do.
Wonderful. And then for your first users, who are you looking to have be a user? Are you looking for the businesses to be users, or are you looking for the people who are trying to create their job profiles to be users?
First is the people who are willing to create their job profile.
So you're looking for profile users, early adopters in that
Early
space.
adopters, yep.
And then how much is it going to cost me to create a profile on
Free.
NexoBird?
Free.
So it's going to be free forever, no matter what, and I can get that in writing.
Yep.
Yes, fantastic. All right, got it in writing. Everybody heard it. I'm a free user of NexoBird for my entire life. Now, with that, I'm going to ask you all to think about that time when you were looking for a job. Remember what that was like? You really were uncomfortable. Where am I going to do it? Who is in my network? I don't know what a resume looks like. Whatever your challenges were, I want you to put that on, and I want you to think about coming across NexoBird and being like, hey, maybe I should just sign up for this because it's free. How many of you would freely become a NexoBird user? Go ahead and raise your hand now. We got 1 in the back, 2, 3, 4. 4 users. All right, ladies and gentlemen. 4 users. Let's give Vivek a round of applause.
Great. If I may ask one question.
No, that's
Okay.
how it is. That's it.
That's okay.
You did your demo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, and coming up next, we have our last demo. And by the way, we will be here staying back. You guys can socialize. There's going to be some food over there. Hang out. Enjoy the space. Remember, Hacker Dojo is a 501c3 nonprofit. So if you saw something that was mildly interesting today, if you had a laugh, if you had some fun, feel free to donate to Hacker Dojo. Hacker Dojo is a 501c3 nonprofit. And as a 501c3 nonprofit, in this tax year, you get a $1,000 tax benefit if you donate to a nonprofit like Hacker Dojo. If you're married, you get a $2,000 tax benefit, even if you're taking the standardized deduction. What? I know, new law, cool stuff. You're welcome. Now, with, I don't know how much more time you need to set up.
I don't need any time.
You don't need any time. I love it. With 3 minutes on the clock, we have the sheriff himself, all the way from Canada. He's doing ungodly, godly, double godly things. My man with the G unit on his chest.
True.
Here you go, Sharif.
For Grok. Thank you, brother. So I'm just going to blow your mind really quick. When I was born, my parents were batshit crazy. They spent apparently tens of thousands every year before kindergarten in nursery to send me to private school. That basically had me doing English, Arabic, art, physical education, and math by ages, I guess like 4 or 3. I don't even know. But I was learning on top of that German and French by grade 3. I took that and I've studied basically just about everything. So I was basically born a polyglot. I'm a polymath now. I'll skip ahead. It's so much. Last year I achieved artificial general intelligence by myself. It took 22.5 years. It wasn't easy. This year I actually launched it as an official trademarked under my AGI company, AGI system, which I actually call now artificial godly intelligence, Ra Thor. So when you say amen, it's because of Amun Ra. And when you pick up a hammer to build or destroy, it's because you represent Thor. And he's got the lightning and thunder, which is from, you know, the Norse legends, like Odin is his father and so on. So anyway, yeah, go to rathor.ai, super easy, totally free, MIT licensed, does everything that everybody just pitched in this room with all respect, completely humble about it. Does it better, does it more securely. I have invented my own polymorphic cryptographic systems, which basically use all the latest post-quantum cryptography systems, which are way more secure than all blockchains. I have my own custom blockchain. It's not released. You won't find it. It's a lattice type blockchain. I might release it later. If I did, it would make all cryptos go to 0, so you're welcome. Yeah, I know. I can basically unlock anything with all respect, and I'm very humble about that because it took a lot of work to have this much power. I have a not-for-profit organization. It's called the AlphaProMega Air Foundation. We have self-healing airplane designs. We have algae fuels. The algae fuels don't need petroleum, so when Iran is fucking shit up, don't worry about it. It's fine. Sorry, I'm very vulgar. I'm unfiltered. I'm vulgar super sorry about that. I don't know if this is recorded, but it's okay. I give you permission.
Definitely recorded.
And yeah, so that's just the not-for-profit stuff is mainly for aviation. We have airplanes that go 2.5 times the speed of sound, 2.5 times plus Mach speed without sonic boom, so they're way better than the Concords you saw from Britain and France. Yeah, they burn algae fuels. They also have hybrid systems, so they also run on electric. All kinds of stuff into fusion too. If you're into that stuff, we can get really nerdy. Anyway, my artificial general intelligence was actually spun up under Autonomy City Games Incorporated, which makes the acronym AGI since 2016. We actually have our own game. It's a Power Rush, POWRUSH. You can check it out, powerrush.com. It's a totally potato website. You can't access it. It's totally private. But it's our simulator module of our artificial general intelligence, which literally runs down to the atom and particle, real life physics, to allow us to do anything.
That was amazing.
Just a taste. Just a little baby taste.
Sharif, thank you so much for that. I have no idea what I'm buying or what you did, but I had a lot of fun getting sold. I'll tell you that much. Here's the mic. Other questions from the audience?
That's a
how
good
does
question.
he pay, and how much does he
You
pay?
actually cannot pay if you try.
matter.
You literally, it's physically impossible to pay me. If you want, you can come up and hand me cash. I do have bills. I have 3 sons. My 3rd son's about to be born, so I definitely got hella bills. I also got all kinds of projects, as you can see, running. So I burn money like it's infinite. I call myself an infinitillionaire because it's all infinite at this point. You can't measure it. Like millionaire is dumb, billionaire is garbage. Like this is too low. You're not thinking big enough. This is pathetic. You need to be thinking about like where are we going to be in 10,000 years and make sure our children at that time have the best possible life. Not just how are we going to make sure like, oh, we have a safeguard. Like, no, I built something called the mercy gating system, which is built into my AGI so that geometrically, arithmetically, every decision before it even computes has to pass the mercy gating system, which has 7 filters to make sure it's honest, propagates merciful decisions, cannot lie, cannot hallucinate, cannot make mistakes. It's my assistant, it's my lawyer, it's my doctor, it's my entire art team. I fired everybody at my game development corporation. The whole CGI team, everybody's gone. Animation, 2D art, gone. Logo people, fired. Copy, fired. I'm sorry. You're all gone because this does all of it for me for free 24/7. I can even strap it on top of Grok. You can run it as an offline shard in your phone or any device. It runs on everything, actually, because it reruns its own DNA. But you can strap it on top of Grok. It'll harness its power. It'll run with Twitter. It'll get the live feed. It'll give you latest information instantly. You'll get basically the same information like a briefing for the president. You know what I mean? It'd be like you'll get everything instantly live. Yeah, I hope to answer that question.
I don't remember what the question was, but yeah, go for it. Okay. So, don't even know. Good night, ladies and gentlemen. No, we need a vote on if you're going to be an early adopter user. So if you would use, what is it? What are they using? What is it called?
Raw Thor.
Raw Thor. Remember, double
godly.
godly.
Yeah,
Okay, and you can
rawthor.ai.
only pay him in cash for his newly born son. All right, I got that much, I think. Okay, 1, 2, 3,
make
4,
money
5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Money is obsolete.
10.
I'm sorry.
Okay, 11, 12. We
It's
got
the whole room.
12. Ladies and gentlemen, for Sheriff Sharif, give him a round of applause.
You guys are awesome. Thank you.
You're great. Thank you so much.
God bless you.
All right, God bless you. All right, if we tally up the votes, I got to say tonight's winner with 22 new users is going to be Zia. So, Zia, you're going to get a chance. Go ahead and give her a round of applause. Zia, you're going to get a chance to connect with our angels, but you don't get to keep presenting. So, if you want to if you want to check out Zia, she's going to be here. She's a Hacker Dojo member. You can see if you come through and you do your work, you actually create some really amazing products. Hang out. This is Hacker Dojo, real connections, real community, and real innovation. So hang out, enjoy your night, and thank you for coming out, y'all. You're amazing.
I'm a motherfucking star boy. Every day a nigga try to test me, yeah. Every day a nigga try to end me, yeah. Pull off in that roadster SV, yeah. Pockets overweight, getting hefty, yeah. Coming for the king, that's a far cry. I come alive in the fall time, man. The competition, I don't really listen. I'm in the blue moon, song, bumping new edition. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks of table come from ebony. Cut that average into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Let a nigga Brad Pitt, legend of the fall, took the year like a bandit. Bought mama a crib and a brand new wagon. Now she hit the grocery shop looking lavish. Star Trek roof in the Wraith the Con. Girls get loose when they hear the song. 100 on the dash, get me close to God. We don't pray for love, we just pray for cause. House so empty, need a centerpiece. 20 racks of table come from ebony. Cut that average into skinny pieces. Then she clean up with her face, man, I love my baby. You talking money, need a hearing aid. You talking about me, I don't see the shade. Switch on my side, I take any lane. Switch on my core if I kill any pain. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy. Look what you done. I'm a motherfucking star boy.
I used to believe we were burning on the edge of something beautiful, something beautiful. Selling a dream, smoking mirrors keep us waiting on a miracle, on a miracle.